John Victor, here we go from Fabrizio Romano. Looks like we have signed a goalkeeper, and I have very mixed feelings on that. We're also linked with Raheem Sterling. Apparently, according to Alex Crook, West Ham have joined the race for Raheem Sterling with Fulham and Palace, and I hope that's a race we lose, because my God, that would be a terrible signing. I don't care if it's a loan. I don't care if it's a loan where Chelsea pay all of his wages. What an absolute waste of time that would be. Look at him at Arsenal. He did absolutely nothing there. He's just going to be a player, come into West Ham just to coast and pick up his wages. That is it. That's the stage of his career that he's in. You know, this ain't no prime Sterling. Sterling in the past few years has been awful. This would be the most typical West Ham signing. And I really hope it doesn't happen. There's going to be no Lingard effect. Anyone sitting there hoping, oh, he could be like Lingard. Like, nah, mate. It's going to be an absolute waste of time. And this is what we don't need. Coming in and upsetting the harmony of the dressing room. These big time Charlies that think they're bigger than the club. Coming into the dressing room and just killing the vibe. Like, every player looks so happy. The vibes look good. And then you're going to go and sign a Raheem Sterling, and he's going to sulk on the bench because he ain't going to be good enough to play. He couldn't do it at Arsenal, where they was second. You know what I mean? With all them players, every time he come on, looked awful. And he's going to come to West Ham and do nothing. It's Sullivan all over, mate. Sullivan all over. Oh, can we loan a big name? Let's loan a big name and let it look like we're really being ambitious. Listen, I hope that there's nothing concrete to this. It would be awful. As for John Victor, I mean, we go from Hermansen and Suzuki, two keepers that have been quoted between 20 to 30 million pounds, and we go and agree a deal for 10 million euros with John Victor. I mean, it smells fishy to me. There's been rumours that this is who the goalkeeper coach wanted. I don't know if that's true. It just feels like this is another Sullivan special to me. It feels like it's another, like, alright, here's the cheap option. Here you go. Like, this guy was nowhere near in the conversation. All of a sudden, he's popped out. Now I'm going to get into some positives about that for all the people that are so sensitive to negativity. Oh, negativity, please don't be negative. Like, I get it so much. There will be some positivity for you, don't worry. But yeah, I'm just not liking the strategy and direction of the transfer window, because it doesn't seem like Potter and his analysts are getting enough control. Enough say it just seems like Sullivan's just having his way with it. And we're going for free or cheap in nearly every position. Well, so far in pretty much every position. I think Diouf is the only one that we've got. Obviously, that was a Potter McCauley signing, and he's looking good. So trust them with the other signings. And John Victor, look, on the positive note, I would rather spend that money on the midfield, that goalkeeper money, than spend like, 30 mil on a goalkeeper. I would rather get this guy in for now than maybe Hermansen or Suzuki later at another time, if they're still available, or someone else when we can, got their positions covered and we can spend on a goalkeeper. I'd rather wait until, we've got the more priority positions sewn up. We can spend that money on a goalkeeper. Some may think it's a priority, but the midfield is a glaringly obvious priority that we need to address. We need to try and get maybe 2 players in there, really, and that's what we seem to be sounding like we're targeting. But we're going for everyone else. Like we don't need no Raheem Sterling. So yeah, okay, we spend on John Victor. John Victor, look, I don't know what to make of the geezer. Like, he's helped his team, win trophies lately. Got a lot of clean sheets in the league so far, it seems. Had an excellent game against PSG in the Club World Cup. But there's also a really bad... Sorry, I'm on this train now. I'm struggling to get my balance. There's a really bad fail compilation of him going around and making some just glaringly, I'm using glaring again, just making some really bad mistakes. Like, really horrific mistakes. Now, anyone can look bad in compilation, like anyone can look good in a highlight reel. You know, that's the problem. Unless you watch him over the course of a game, on several games, you can't really tell. But the mistakes that he made don't look great. So I don't have high hopes and high expectations. I just have to hope that he turns out to be a good find and a bit of a gem. You know, he's 29 years old. He's played like 100 games. That's not a lot. Yeah, man. The joys of filming on the train. Ticket inspections while you're filming. So yeah, look, I just don't know what to make of the geezer. I just don't know what to make of the geezer. It just seems like a cheap option, ego, you know. And listen, if Potter's okay, we're not spending that money on a goalkeeper. That's fine. That's fine, right? Get the midfield in. No excuses. Quality. Don't cheap on the midfield. Go and get his targets in, and be quick about it. All of this pissing around with every other position possible and not the one where we've got a massive hole in. So let's just keep on it. Like I said, I may do a live stream or something later. We'll see what's happening. I'll go find somewhere to sit down now, because I'm not going to do a long video bloody on this train. I'm bloody struggling to just keep my balance. But let me know what you guys think about Raheem Sterling and John Victor. Where are we as a club?